Viva FM, the number one choice in Leeds.
How common is it, in our community? Okay, is there any figures? Is it worse than the
So overall, from March last year, there's been a 6% increase.
6% increase?
Domestic abuse, that's domestic abuse related crimes. That's overall, and that has rose from the previous years. But this might not show a true picture of how many victims are actually out there, because what we've got to remember is the pandemic stepped in prior to that, and that victims were isolated,
Yes.
allowed to go out of the home. So that would have definitely caused an increase in domestic abuse.
Yeah, it's amazing. Some of the people we talk to, they say, it is, this pandemic, it seems to have brought a lot of people closer because been spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
But it also
it
has
kind
the...
of varies. Absolutely. If you live with a perpetrator and you have a set day where, that person goes out, you're at home, you've got that freedom, you don't feel anxious. But then, straight away, they're at home all the time. And that can cause anger and frustration. You're in under each other's feet. That can absolutely heighten that risk of abuse.
Kiran, you also mentioned that you deal with people with like forced marriages and things like that. Is there sort of thing still happening in this 2022?
Yeah, absolutely. I left that post in October.
Right.
But again, very common, and it's all ages and from any background. It's not a particular culture or religion. It can be from anyone. It can be varied, really. For example, I supported somebody that was from a Christian background. So that's just an example that it can absolutely vary with forced marriage. And yes, it does still happen in the UK, unfortunately.
What sort of help do you provide for them people?
So, for example, in West, there's a number of police forces within the UK that have Karma Nirvana honour-based abuse trained officers. West Yorkshire do. So with a victim of domestic abuse, they can complete a dash. With a victim of forced marriage and honour-based abuse, there is the Karma Nirvana honour-based abuse risk assessment, which is specific to ask the right questions and be able to pull out that right support for that victim. So that's something that can be done. Obviously, guidance on refuge, what they can expect when they go to refuge. We can support them through that. We supported them through that process. So there's lots of the emotional support as well, and that's something that I do in this role as well. So still continuing that role within my current role of supporting people that come forward and reach out for that support, and just giving that guidance of what is actually out there for support. And like I said, and then it's them to just make that decision. I don't want to leave yet, or I do, what's my next step?
Yeah, of course, they just get this second opinion in a sense, really, don't they? No, at Hamara, you do provide a lot of services to a lot of age groups. Can you tell us in sort of a little bit detail, what sort of things do you do at Hamara?
So at Hamara, they do lots of different things. So they work in like health promotion, youth activities, also work and support elderly people. So there's a lot of range of different things that they actually do. People with learning disabilities as well, just to combat that poor mental health and for people to live an independent lifestyle. So it's a fantastic organisation for people to reach out to that live within that area.
Oh, I know we visited the Hamara Centre not so long ago and met a group of, older people, 100-year-old.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's his name, sorry?
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
I actually did, when I first started this role, I actually did a good induction at the Hamara Centre, so I got to know everybody there, and it's absolutely amazing. It's like a family of people. Obviously, with the COVID, there's not as many people there, but I think slowly it's building up.
Yeah, was I just going to say that they were so happy in the group of people, at their age. And you are open for that. Anybody listening, how would how do they access their service if they find themselves being at home is lonely? We want to go out and meet people of same interest, same age, whatever something. What do they have to do?
If you just go onto their website, you can access all the contact details. I don't have it to hand at the moment.
Okay.
And you can just give them a call and see how they can access the service and what actually they do. They also do a food bank as well. So something that you can ring them and contact them and find out what they do. They do children play groups as well. This is a recent thing, I believe. So that's another thing that you can access. So it's a great close-knit community setting where people can just go and get together. They've got an Asian women's group as well, which is fantastic as well. They get on the minibus and go out and about.
Oh, so there's activities available for men and older ladies, and mashallah, they can come there cooking and eating nice food and all that.
Yeah. I walked on the, is it Ilkley Moor with the 100-year-old.
Right.
Up the moor. So they do absolutely amazing activities. But yeah, great service to access.
Is there a limit to how many people can access this, or
there potentially could be a waiting list. It depends how many they've got at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I have no idea on the waiting list if there is one. But yeah, the best thing to do is give them a call or access the website, send them an email, and they'll get back to you.
Oh, that's brilliant. What else do you do at Hamara?
So my main role is as a patient ambassador. So as I said, I'm based at the GP surgeries. But yeah, so they do all sorts at Hamara. When there's awareness days, they raise that awareness to do activities. Things will also come up and pop up on the website of recent events and activities. The best thing to do is just to keep looking on the website just to see what's available. But yeah, new things are popping up and there'll be lots of new things coming as well.
Is there one new thing? I noticed that you're building a sports centre.
Yes, we are. Well, I went to visit it and it's absolutely huge. So it's going to be a big project and it's going to be amazing when it's all up and running. And that's going to be a perfect place for people within that community to access that service, because again, it's going to combat that part, the mental health side of things as well, because exercise is such a major thing for that and that will help that. So yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well.
Well, let's hope so. And obviously, you're getting better funding for this sports centre. And do you have to do match funding? Do you look for donations from general public? And
yeah, I mean, in regards to donations, for example, for the children's groups, we've asked for donations for toys, etc. So donations are absolutely always welcome. For the baby food bank, they've got numerous of baby items that have been for donations as well. So we're always asking for donations. Anything is welcome.
Of course, it's a very, very good cause, really, within our own community, in our city. So if anyone can help in that sense, you just need to get in touch with the Hamara Centre. And also, I'm looking, you say about the food banks. Now, this food, people, if in need, they can come and collect this free of charge. Is that
yes,
right?
Absolutely. From my understanding, you just turn up, there's usually a queue and they have food ready. Some of it can be cultural appropriate food as well. So that's something that's still up and running, and it will go on for as long as they need that to go on for.
Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliance. That's just about it, really. Thank you very much for giving your time to us, Kiran. If there's anything else you would like to say, you're more than welcome.
Thank you very much for having me on the show, and I really hope that it's helped people to obviously understand a little bit more about domestic abuse, forced marriage, honour-based abuse, and if anybody needs that support, they're not sure where to go, you can also go on the NHS website. If you look up NHS Getting Help, it'll give you a list of domestic abuse helplines, as well as further information of what actually domestic abuse is. But there's also the Ask Annie, which is action needed immediately.
Right.
And that's actually rolled out in a number of pharmacies. So if you ever see the poster, Ask Annie, and you need some help immediately, you can just go to the pharmacist and say, Ask Annie, and they'll be ready to help you.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for giving us your valuable time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.